Back so soon. I knew you would not falter.
Okay, we're back with part 2 of Let's Play Hand of Fate.
Even my weakest opponents seem to be getting the better of you. Try harder. I do like a challenge.
Okay, so we got the next one to face, and it is the Jack of Skulls. Right, so we're going to pick this one. Now, we have different challenges. Now, these get a lot more complicated as you keep going. But, so, added to the deck, there are 3 Two of Skulls, so 3 encounters of 2 skeletons, and 3 supplies, which is extra food cards. So you have a slightly higher chance of getting food, and a slightly higher chance of running into skeletons. Not that that's much of a problem just yet.
Time for you to face my undead army. Meet the Jack of Skulls.
Okay, so we're going to be going against more undead than normal. So we'll just quickly... Yep, so we got a mace in there, that's good. Okay, so yep, so if you want to basically stack it as much in favour of undead for this case. Let's go back and get started. Okay.
New content awaits you.
So they're the extra ones
Be
he adds to it.
awarded when you complete your run. I will add my own cards to the deck. How boring life would be without a little spice. We play for life and death. Prepare yourself.
Okay, so let's get started. Mr. Lionel, which is good because it means we get a shield.
I wonder if you're simply leaving this card in as a quick way to get your hands on a shield.
Yeah, so that's probably a good. That's a bit of a hint he's given you there. So we get a shield. Is it our new good shield? It is. So this one has a special effect. It means that every third encounter, so every third step we take, doesn't consume food. I'm not sure whether that means you don't regain health or not, but it doesn't really matter. And this one again.
Fair Merith. I'm not surprised to find that this encounter remains vivid in your memories.
Okay, so this is again a good one. Gonna ask for supply. No, I'm gonna ask for gold this time because I know there's some shops. 3 gold gains. So I get 3 gold, which is complete
I'm sure
garbage.
you're grateful for that.
Not really. 20 gold, which is obviously a lot better than 3. And 25. So we're basically set for the whole game now. Okay. There's. Now, we're not going to take these just yet.
If you dare.
We're going to check what this one is. New one. If you have to uncover it, that means you haven't seen it before. Captain of the Guards.
I always thought it was best to avoid the problems of others. I see you have no such concerns.
Okay, so we've got the token out, which means if we do well on this one, it means we get an extra card to add to our deck, or potentially cards. Okay, we discover a warrior surrounded by undead. 2 of Skulls. Stranger, he calls out as he throws his weapon to you. Here, take my mace, that's useful, and put an end to these monstrosities. Okay, so he's giving us a mouse.
It's a lump of iron on a stick.
I'm using a mouse.
Terribly subtle.
Now this is useful because it means that we do extra damage to undead, which is very useful for this one in particular. And it also means they can't be resurrected. There are certain enemies that can resurrect skeletons. Okay, so yes, I will use this because I'm about to fight some skeletons.
Is that what you're going to do?
Okay, so we got combat time. This should be very quick because we have only 2 of them, and we have a weapon very strong against them. Yep, very quick, very easy. A lot of opportunities in this game to stack the deck, so, as it were, in your favour. Okay. So we get the token.
Is yours. Well done.
So we get something extra at the end of the game. If we win. If you don't win, you lose it all, I'm pretty sure.
Our foe.
Maybe you get them, I can't remember.
Many have reached this far. Further, in fact. I do not know if you have what it takes to do better than they did.
Okay, again, new card. River.
Running water protects against many things in myth.
Okay.
Generally, though, it's just a pain to get past.
Okay, so we're going to try to cross the river. So we want to try and go for huge success and avoid failure. So let's see which one sticks at the top. Now that was great.
Select your desire.
Because this one here is the huge success. Wonderful. Okay, makes the crossing easy. Stop to die for some shiny stones. So we get some gold as well as getting across it. We have to find some gold cards. There we go, 15 gold. So we got loads of gold. Okay, and we get an extra card to add to our deck. Shop. That's very useful because we have lots of money. Right. I haven't actually seen a shop before. It's a little instance. I'm not quite sure why it needs to go through this.
If you were wondering why you've been collecting all that gold, you now have your answer. We're starting to get into the meat of the game now. The back and forth between resources and rewards.
Okay, so we can sell unwanted items. No, so obviously I might sell. Don't really want to sell that. And besides, it's only 3, so that's not very much at all. See what's for sale. Okay, we've got a shield. Don't want that. Our weapon's better than that. Mercenary contract. Medium armor. So that's basically an extra little spell that we can use. So I will get that just to show it off. I don't think I've ever used this one really.
Artifacts provide powerful special abilities to use in combat, but it takes time to ready them.
And I won't get the medium armor because, quite frankly, I think the light armor is better at the moment.
Distinctly average. What do you expect me to say? Congratulations.
Okay, so I can buy 1 food for 4 or 10 food for 30. I will just buy this just in case we run out later or lose some. So I will buy that. Okay, so that's gotten rid of most of our gold now as well. Yes, okay. So then we go back to the board. Twisted Canyon.
It lives in every game. That initial moment where things begin.
Okay.
I've worked on these cards all my days, and
Yeah.
the canyon has been there from the outset.
I'm sorry, his voice is so cool. I feel bad for interrupting him. Now, I know that this card, because we did it before, results in you getting a weapon card. The thing is, we actually have the best weapon we can get from our deck at the moment, because it has the bonus against undead, and all the others do not, because we only have swords and axes pretty much. So we're just going to leave it this time and keep going. No real advantage to doing that one. New card. Dead King's Hall.
Greed. If it were not for greed, then who would play at this game?
Okay, so you draw 2 monster cards. There are 6 bandits, and so we can get away or try and take them by surprise. So we'll do that. We have 2 huge success and 2 failure. So try and keep track of which one's on the top. And shuffle twice, so I have no idea where any of them are, so I'm just going to randomly pick that one. Not good. Okay, so I'm fairly sure that that eliminates one of those cards if you win at that one. Otherwise you just have to fight both. Having said that, this shouldn't be too hard. As long as we remember to counter properly. Again, if you can isolate one, you can do some pretty hefty damage to them. Okay, so I got hit there. Yeah, so got some pretty crazy combo there. Got the thing or something. Yeah, there we go. Not too much trouble. Okay, so I got the token and I got 3 game cards. So I got 1 equipment. Ah, now that's very useful.
A classical approach to dealing with crowds.
Okay, so this one here is another special attack, and I will get that one because it's really, really good. So basically, it's it throws fans out. It throws a fan of knives out, and it's basically an AOE attack. It takes a fair while to recharge, though.
Artifacts give you powerful abilities to use in combat.
5 food, 20 gold. So that was really quite a good little encounter there. Only lost 10 health as well, and I'll get the next bit back by walking here.
Were you hoping this was the end? No. Another floor awaits. Good. Now all you need to do is find and kill the Jack of Skulls, and we can progress.
Okay, so we've got another ambush. So 2 of dust, very, very easy. I'll quickly just show you this special attack. So you push 2, and throws knives out like that. They do a surprising amount of damage as well. It does take, I think, 9 seconds to recharge, which is fairly long cooldown for this game. Okay, 3 good cards again, more equipment. Okay, so I got a sword.
The most fundamental symbol of might for an age.
Don't really need the sword, but the mace. Yep, and that stuff's probably not too useful because we're at the end of the the thing almost.
How will you deal with this?
Okay, so I can give him all my gold and avoid it, or I can just attack him. I'll just attack him, just in case there is another shop later. And besides, I mean, it's only 3, and quite often if you fight them you get some kind of advantage. You'll get maybe some item or some of those more game cards. Oh, my shit went right through his head. Yep, so if I'd given my all my gold, I probably wouldn't have got these, although they are probably useless. Desperate measures. Okay.
I'm impressed. Few select these sorts of weapons because nobody ever anticipates being in peril.
Okay.
Such misplaced confidence is usually their downfall.
Okay, so this is quite a good weapon right now. I mean, I generally don't like maces unless you are fighting lots of undead because they're quite slow. But this one has 27 attack, this one has 32 as its base. But the lower your health is, the more damage it does. So it's really quite good, even if we don't get any advantage out of the effect. So yes, I will use that. 5 damage is not nothing. 1 food, that's really the worst card of the game. 15 gold. Again, probably useless at this point, but you know, it doesn't hurt. Ambush.
What did you think would happen with a card called Ambush, eh?
Now, Ambush is actually quite a good card because it means that you usually get some treasure at the end of it. Okay. And again, we're just going to absolutely destroy these guys because of the holy weapon. Very, very easy. We got some stuff. Okay, so there's one pretending to be dead. We're going to go and kill him. We just have to avoid this failure one. Okay, so this one was on top and it wasn't the failure one, so I know that one's the success. Or one of the successes anyway. Okay, so 3 game cards again. Draw 3. Okay, so I get to pick one to keep. Now, these 2 I know I don't really want. I don't really know what this does, so I'll pick that one.
An excellent way to turn an injury into an asset.
Okay, so I don't really have much to do with cooldowns. But I will use it just to see what it looks like.
From damage.
Free
The
food.
best armor, of course, does so much more.
Traveling Mage. Okay, now there's really nothing I really want from that, to be honest. And this is the last boss, because it's the last card on the last floor. Alright.
The undead. Of all the players in the game, these are the most dangerous in the world, yet in no natural form. A wrongness, an error, cheating.
Okay, so you get a little bit of information again from reading this. So he has a lot of strength, apparently. The ability to revive recently defeated skeletons. Now, that's completely useless because we're using a mace, which is very beneficial when you're fighting undead, particularly for this reason, because this guy can revive them, and that gets very annoying very quickly. So if you do have a mace, you can just pick them off one by one. If you don't, you basically have to target him first.
If you win.
And yes, we get two sets of cards if we win this one. And I'm pretty sure we will. Okay, start this off. So he comes with 4 skeletons. Shouldn't be a problem. There he is.
Shots from rifles cannot be deflected. You would do better to avoid them. Are you agile enough?
Okay, so they are projectile chuckers in this one. Now, normally that's bad. However, they can actually hit their allies in this game, which is usually quite... they're not particularly good shots. So if you can get in the way of their ammo, you can actually... sorry, if you can get the enemy in the way of their ammo, they'll kill their own mates. Okay, here we go. It's the second boss finished. See him wearing the different chest armor. Wasn't much use.
Ah, well done. Well done indeed. But you have roused the dead in their dusty tombs, and even I cannot say what will come of it. Now our wager becomes more interesting. Will the tools you've earned suffice to address the challenges I pose? That is the question, is it not?
Okay, so these little different coloured ones, I think these are DLC. Yeah, so the Murder at Sea DLC. So I don't know what any of this does, but it'll be interesting to find out. Pretty sure that's another one. White Minotaur. White Council 1. Golden King's Halls. Goblin King's Halls. Sorry, I'm a bit tired, I can't read properly. Okay, this is what we get from the actual, what we just did. Captain of the Guards. Okay, 2 maces, so that's useful. Adding some more standard cards to our deck to help with Undead. River. Ring of Survival. I don't know what that does. Dead King's Hall. Treasure Chest. It's actually not a good card if I remember correctly, because you have to disarm all the traps. Skeleton Jack. Okay, so Queen of Dust is a new encounter card there. It looks like it's locked or something. This last one here. Okay, ooh, I'm pretty sure Frostfang's a very good weapon. Consuming Shame. Okay, so we'll be back in the next part.
Shall we
find out
deal again?
what we're going to do next. Thank you very much for watching. Come back for part 3.